This is a pop-up masterclass with everything you need in order to create a high converting pop-up with high converting pop-up examples that you steal for your brand. Let's get started. In this video, we are talking about pop-up. Let me explain how a good pop-up and a bad pop-up can make a great difference. Let's assume your website traffic is 10,000 per month. Your bad pop-up conversion rate is 3% and your new pop-up conversion rate is 6%, which can easily be achieved and can also go up to 8 to 10%. Your revenue per subscriber is $5 a month. So with 3% conversion rate, your monthly revenue from emails will be $1,500. With 6% pop-up conversion rate, it will $3,000. It instantly doubled. And yes, your email revenue will double only when you have same traffic, same lead quality, and same monetizations. Which means consistent email flows, campaigns, and AOV. Now let's talk what is a pop-up. Pop-up is a form that captures call traffic, content information such as email and number in exchange for an incentive. Some incentive examples are 10% off on your first order, free shipping, free guide or bonus product. These are some examples of great pop-ups. This is the first one. The second one, they are very clean, and I will also explain how to create high converting ones. There's nothing you can do in here other than to get your discount and give your email. First, let's talk about 8 pop-up mistakes that can save your pop-up from being a disaster and double your revenue. First week offer. This is the most important part of a pop-up. If your offer is not good enough, the reader will not give you their information. If there are too many fields, the more fields you have, the more friction there is. The more friction there is, fewer conversion there will be, and fewer conversion means less revenue for you. So keep it clean and lean. Third, bad timing means time delay is not the right. The pop-up should appear between 4 to 8 seconds after the page loads. If it too soon, it will have a bad website experience for the customer and they will leave the website. If it's too late, they are already most probably leaved the website. So you can't get their pop. They can't see the pop-up. Slow load speed. If it takes more than 5 seconds to load, the reader will have already cancelled the pop-up or will leave the site because of slow loading speed. Fifth, if there's too much copy, more unnecessary copy on your pop-up you have, the lower the conversion will be. Because the reader doesn't care about is this big of a block of text. If the only thing they want is discount. And if you have this, they won't even give a damn about discount. They will just leave. If there's too much going on, if there's too many unnecessary copy, graphics, information, or even information they need to fill, there is lower the conversion will be. Means if there's too many fields, the offer is unclear. The only thing they ideally should be looking at is the offer. The bigger the offer is, the better. Because that the only thing that they care about. Too easy to close. You want to make it harder for them to close the pop-up form. So minimize the cross button. But you also want to give them a way to exit before you are because you are legally required to do that. Yes, you are. So use a button saying something like no, I will pay full price. You're legally required to give them a way to close the pop-up. So rather than having a cross in the left corner, which they are used to, and they probably click that as soon as the pop-up comes up, remove that and give a button below the yes button saying something like I'll pay full price, which adds friction to their process of closing the pop-up. There are 6 key elements of a high converting pop-up: offer, form type, design, copy, sequence, and close functionality. Let's first talk about offer. Offer is the number one performance factor. An attractive offer is essential as nothing else can compensate for a weak offer. If your offer is not good, it doesn't matter how good your copy, design, sequence is, reader won't give you their information. These are some popular offer types. Percentage of, which is the most common. Use this if your average order value is less than $100. Dollars off. Use this if your average order value is above 100%, $100. These two keeps your margin intact. Missed discount. This is currently high performing. This adds a curiosity in the reader's mind. They think, I don't know what discount I will get. I shall try and see. Free gift with order, free shipping, giveaway entry, free guide or resource, early access, etc. The first three, these three, offer percentage off, dollar off, and mystery discount are the most common and highly effective right now. Second is form type. Form type is how your pop-up works slash flows. There are different types of flow pop-up forms, and some work better than others. The classic, this goes straight to the email list. I will give you an example. The quiz, the reader has to answer some questions. With this, you can also get zero-party data. In this quiz, some for let's say a skincare brand, they will ask what kind of skin you have or what problem are you facing, like acne or something. This also gives zero-party data to us, so we can use that later for personalization. Mr. Discount. Here they don't see the incentive until they click a button or engage with the pop-up. This uses a psychological principle called commitment bias. When we human beings start something, we subconsciously want to complete it. So they continue completing the pop-up form, which that's what we want. Third, design. Design make a difference, but it's not as important as the offer or the sequence. For design, you can keep it simple. Just a brand image with the offer that stands out. This should be enough. I will show you a great example of minimal design pop-ups. Keep the copy minimal. For the copy, around 10 to 12 words is enough. The only thing the copy need is the offer and supporting copy to support the offer. We have our offer main thing and we explain in 10 to 20 words why should they get this offer. Fifth sequence, this is very important part of the pop-up. We will use a psychological principle called commitment bias to increase our conversion rate. What commitment bias is? When we start something, we have a natural tendency to keep going or complete the task. So, how do we use this in our advantage? We use the following sequence to increase our conversion rate, which goes as follows. We first ask yes or no questions, then we have the email input field, then SMS input field, and thank you page. This sequence allows you us to use the commitment bias and get the highest conversion for your pop-up possible. Sixth, close functionality. We talked this about this before. It means how the reader can close the pop-up form without entering the details. The most common is the cross in the right or left corner. But there's a better way to do it. Use a close button with specific CTAs that decrease the close rate. Let me explain. Rather than having a cross in the corner, have a button that says no I will pay full price or no thanks I hate discounts, etc. It adds friction for them to close the form and therefore increase our conversion rate. This is what a pop-up creation process looks like. We choose the offer, we choose the form type, we create the form either in Klaviyo or Emped. We then run and analyze and optimize over time by running A/B tests. And to run A/B tests, this is the highest leverage that you should test to maximize conversion. Offer the most important 10% off, 12% off, 10% off, $5 off, mystery discount, everything. For form type, it first you will either have a basic one or decent one. You can use quiz ones, spin the wheel, mystery discount, anything. The more you test, the better. Then we have time delay. If it's you can set it 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. You need to constantly test your pop-ups to constantly make improvement in it. Your copy length and placement, how the content is placed around the pop-up, how's the layout, design elements like colors and layout, how the image flows, etc. Close button functionality, we talked about this. The harder it is for the reader to close the pop, the more conversion will be there. Final thoughts: all the principles and guidelines talked above are not rigid. You don't have to follow everything at once. It now like if you it's not like if you miss even one of these, your pop-up will fail. These are best practices you should follow for your specific brands. There will be something that will work for your brand and something that will not. Here are some high converting pop-up examples. If you look at this pop-up, it's very clean. There's not much going on. The only thing you really focus on Is a 20% off on your first order? And yes, please. Or also, I talked about close functionality. If you see here, no, I will continue shopping. This also go get them back to the website and not close. This is a very good email pop-up form. The close button in the left corner is very small. The 15% off is the only thing that your focus goes on. And this email, the only thing, there's not even logo of the brand. There's only one thing or two things you can do. You want 10% off? Yes, please. You continue with the pop-up. This I said about design. It doesn't have to be something fancy. This is a very wide background and black buttons. 10% off your first purchase. And that's the only thing that the reader sees. It your emails. With this, I told you you can use this layout with the brand image, a product image, and the offer that stand out. Stand out. Here the offer is standing out, and the email, and the only button, and a big button for you to continue. This is a lot more engaging pop-up. There's only thing one thing you see, enjoy 10% off, enter your email, and continue. This is what I talked about quiz one. This with this you can get zero party data from the reader itself, which can help you personalize your emails for them in the future. And also the only thing pops out in the email is the offer in the center. If you see, these all have two to three general guidelines that I talked about before in the video, and they don't follow all of them, so you can use them. And that's how you build a high converting pop-up. If you are an e-commerce brand and want to add 25 to 40% more revenue on top of your current revenue without paid ads or margin killing discounts, book a free backend revenue audit with me from the first link in the description. If even if you don't continue working with me, you will have a great clear roadmap on how to scale your email marketing for your brand. See you on the call.